Happy June 30th, the last day of Audiobook Month. What a month. We have showcased a lot of people in this community, people that are genuine and do content and reviews because they just genuinely love and want to talk about those books. And I hope that if you weren't following them, you went ahead and did so. And I urge you to seek out people that are doing the same books you are and that you connect with on any sort of level, whether it's like me and you're like, hey, that chick's a hot mess. I want to be following to see what sort of chaos she gets up to. Because, you know, I know what I am. Or somebody that is more calm and more precise about what they do and knows what they're going to talk about before they hit the record button or how they're going to word it. You know, there is somebody for everybody to connect with in this community, and I know I've met so many amazing friends because of it. And so that's really, you know, other things that we've obviously done this month. We've talked about things to do when listening to audios. We've talked about favourite audios, favourite narrator pairings. And I just wanted to talk for this final day about this community as a whole and how impactful it can be. And this came up in a couple of the listener showcases as well, where people talked about their experience in the community and how the community saved them, how the community have been supportive of them. And, you know, we see it in a larger scale with things like the Audio in Colour auction or the autism, Live for Autism auction. You know, those numbers skyrocket. And a lot of that is down to the audiobook community, the narrator chats. You know, the amount that they go for is astronomical to me, and I love that people are in a position that they can support that. And Kickstarters being funded in under 30 minutes, and there are so many different things, but also on a smaller scale as well. We see people that we can connect with or have genuinely helped. And I'll tell you a little quick story, which sums up this community, but especially this person who is one of the most amazing people in the community. But most people have an adopted son, and when I adopted him, we adopted him when he was 6 months old. We had never intended to adopt a baby, so it was a bit of a last minute, oh my god, we've got to change everything sort of situation. And so leading up to placement, I was like powering through my audiobooks because I knew I wasn't going to have the time. And at the time I was, you know, relatively active within the community, and people knew me, and so they knew what was going on. So we adopted, and obviously fell off the side of the planet because there was so much going on, so many appointments, so many people in and out. It was a lot, and people giving advice even though they've never adopted, because, you know. And I got a message in my DMs And it was one of those moments where you're like, is this person messaging me? Is this a fake account? Like, is it a scam? It wasn't. The lovely Erin Mallon reached out to check it. How are you doing? And for me, it was really emotional because I was like, all these people that have been in and out, and not one of them has really asked how I'm doing. Yet this person I don't know, who has provided me so much joy, who's listening to her work, is asking that question. And what made it even more sort of like, what the heck, was the fact that she had a child that wasn't much older than what my little guy was, and as well as another child that was older, so she had even more going on. But the fact that she took that time to check in, and I think that was truly the first time I was like, this is the community I want to be in. These are the types of people I want to surround myself with. And I still think Erin is amazing, and I will still do anything for her. So, you know, if she needs bodies buried, I'm not saying I have a shovel, but I totally would. But I think that is the thing with this community. It doesn't just, it's us talking about books, it's us talking about audiobooks, it's us talking about narrators, but it's also building those things. And then if we go back to Erin again, my book club freaking started because of Erin, and these are my ride or die bitches, you know what I'm saying? I would also hide their bodies for them, all of them. You know, we had 12 like people from all over the place that have made this amazing connection and continue to be there and support one another and occasionally do books. But we wouldn't exist if it wasn't for this community. And I don't know, I'm getting all hot messy, you know, but I thank this community every day that I get to interact with people from all different walks of life, different races, different cultures, and we have that one thing that connects us, and we find that, and then we find out that actually it's more. And I just think that is amazing, and I'm grateful that I have met people that I have gone on to build a professional relationship with, and I love that there are people that I have gone on and built something as far from professional as possible, and that I can continue to do it. And we know I will always advocate for boundaries. I do not care how much you like that person's voice. Boundaries. You are grown people. You know what that means. But yeah, this has just been a rambly mess. But I guess I'm all up in my feels today on the last day of Audiobook Month. But if any of these resonates with you, let me know. If I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, say that too. And tell me what you're listening to.